What's up, you guys? It's Laurieann Gibson, and you're checking out the amazing David Duane.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to On Air with your one and only rock star on the mic, David Duane. In the place to be in right now, we've got my girl, the talented, the incredible Laurieann Gibson, joined with us today to talk about her book, Dance Your Dance. Now, if you guys don't have the book, I need you guys to get it, and we're going to talk about it. Laurieann, my friend, oh my goodness. It's so good to see your beautiful face.
So great to see your face. I'm so proud of you, and I'm so happy that you've been dancing your dance. And I think it's just awesome. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Listen, I had to have you on my new show because I needed to, really connect with somebody who knew me from when I was a little kid, like back MySpace days during Making the Band. See, that's how far we go back. And they don't know that.
No, because sometimes, and I inspire it in the book, but we're a perfect example of, you know, training and sustaining. And a lot of that has to do with relationships and understanding that, yeah, we have known each other for a long time and we continue to inspire each other. And so I'm really great that your fans can see that relationship is key. And
Yes.
sometimes, you meet someone and the purpose of that meeting comes into play later
Yeah.
in the journey. Yeah.
Yeah. Because ask me if I knew that this was exactly going to be my journey today. No. But, it's all about dancing your dance. So let me ask you, when you first, got into this business, even just being a kid, right? What was that? What was that age where you knew for sure that your passion was dance and you were going to be this amazing woman that you are today?
I always believed that I was born to dance. I was born dancing. And that's true for me. And the one thing I realized was that the feeling I had when I danced, the feeling of my dream, and I talk about it in the book. And the reason why I talk about it is because when it seems really tough or like your dream is not possible, you have to hang on to the feeling of that dream. And that will sustain you through the challenges. So, is there an age where I realized I wanted to dance for the rest of my life? No, because I understood very early that that passion I felt when I was dancing told me that that was who I was. And that's why we talk about 8 steps to unleash your passion. Because the dream is in the passion, the purpose is in the passion, and the sustainability is in the passion. When you wake up and you think about your dream and you love that feeling, you want to do it, you're happiest doing it, you have the most joy. That's the passion. That is your dream. And when you connect with that, you're able to face any adversity as a result of that.
Wow. Well said. And I love the fact that you talked about just the aspect of going to sleep and waking up and knowing that feeling that you get inside from your passion, it continues to live and continues to live on and through narrative. I know that you've always been big about narrative. So when it came to working with talent and then also you being a talent and being an entrepreneur as well too, was there ever a moment where you had to shift the narrative within your own brand?
I think for me, it's step 4 that I talk about staying in your yes. So, in staying in my yes, yes, there were shifts, but those shifts helped to define me, helped to create perseverance, and helped me to understand that I would need to sustain certain things in order to live my dream. So, when I faced a challenge, I always stayed in my yes, even if it was a no. I didn't get a job, and would it feel like I wasn't good enough? Or I talk about the one time that I was late when we were filming Malcolm X and I got fired and I thought my world was over. But then I realized what I needed to do to always be on point.
Yeah.
So every time you face some challenges, I talk about staying in your yes, even if it means a no to someone else or it feels like a no. It's really redirecting you to become exactly who you need to be.
Yeah. And I talk to a lot of my listeners and even my followers on social media all the time that you have to take that no as not right now. Because if you train your mind in that sense to say, you know what, this is not happening for the moment, but this can happen. Let me stay in my yes. Let me stay in my purpose. Let me stay authentic to my true self. I will shine through and make things happen.
Exactly. You will dance your dance, and that's it. And I see you shining bright, and you get it. And the thing is, it's hard for some people. They'll say to me, "That seems so easy for you." And I'm like, but it wasn't.
Was it?
That's why I wrote the book. It's not autobiographical, but I do tell you about situations where I was curled up in a ball, where I did feel like I was fighting someone else's version of me, where I was overcoming those insecurities, where I felt ugly, where I felt like I wasn't good enough, where I didn't get a job and I felt that that meant I wasn't good. I talk about those things so that you can understand that I was there and I fought through it. So, yes, there will be fights, but the narrative should change, like you're saying. Understanding how to stay in your yes will get you to your yes, even if it's somebody else's no.
Mhm. And I'm glad that you mentioned fight because there's a lot of fight that happens in this entertainment industry that a lot of people do not understand. They see our great photo shoot pictures, they see the great accomplishments, but there's a lot of hard work that goes behind it. But you as a creative director, a choreographer, I mean, you have a lot of different hats that you wear. Speaking of hats, that hat today, love it.
Shout out to Brandon Green. He's amazing. My stylist, my image consultant, one of my children in the house. So, yeah, he's very special. But thank you. I will let him know that you like it.
Yeah, it's on my knee one. But those challenges that you've overcome with being in that creative space, how difficult would you say that sometimes that can be and how easy that can be? Because like I said, online that can get it misconceived. It is always easy.
I think that's what's so amazing about the book and the title, Dance Your Dance, right? Um, Not everybody has to fight the same fight.
Right.
My fight was
Everybody's
intense.
different.
Yeah,
Hmm.
my fight was intense because of what I had to sustain in order to carry what I need to carry where I'm going, where my dream is leading me. And so I like to encourage people to dance their dance because I don't want to project my fight or your fight onto anyone else. But the reality of the process is important to inspire young visionaries to embrace and accept so that if they're in a fight, they know how to fight back and fight hard because what they know is that it will produce the next level. It will get them to the next step. So, the most important thing about that conversation in the book is that there will be a fight. For some, it'll be harder, but everybody has a fight. And if you can embrace that fight, the encouraging thing is that you will not only get through it, but you will be the version of yourself that you need to be in order to sustain the dream. So I've taken the opportunity to change the narrative with the book. Like you say, everybody just talks about when they get there or the celebrity or the record's out, but I'm here to inspire the process.
Right.
The process is sexy. It's what should be celebrated. Not
Exactly.
everybody has to have the same dance. So for me, I just represent the option to that conversation.
And the process. I love, oh, you just keep touching every key point that I want to talk about today. The process that is happening that we're seeing now in music. Artist development is not heavily focused on, but you are always, you're working with new artists, even artists that are, a part of this workshop that you've been putting together for the last couple months, which I've been loving seeing that over the quarantine. Cause I'm like, listen, it is amazing to see young creatives continue to push forward with their dreams, especially during these times. And I know it's hard as hell. We know it's hard, y'all, but the fact of seeing it is very inspiring.
Yeah. It's good because it's a different mirror. You know, every day you wake up and you see people post the perfect picture, or you put a filter on. So the mirroring, it's just like always trying to get you to compare, or always feel like your life isn't great or you're not there yet. But the reality of it is, I believe there's power in the process. I'm not afraid of the process and to share that, because the perfecting is in the process. And what it does is it creates the best version of yourself. So I challenge people to enjoy the process, because you can never get that back. Once it's your time to shine, you can never get that back. And if you don't put as much dedication into the process and into you becoming, when it's time to be, you will be riveted with uncertainties and fear and insecurities. And these are the elements that drive anxiety. But when you welcome the process and you don't feel less than as a result of the process, you're able to build what you need to sustain the dream. And there won't be a need to feel insecure if someone doesn't like your record, or
Right.
they think you look ugly or whatever. You're like, listen, that's your opinion, but I'm still
I
doing my
mean, I'm
best,
still
and
trying.
I know I'm swirling because I just went through 5 years of preparing for my record to drop, or writing the best record I could possibly write. So I don't even need your opinion, because I understand that it is lining up with everything that I am, and I'm okay with that.
Right. And even what you said, it is a process to put out great art,
Yeah.
actual artistry. It's so quick online that people don't want to take the time. They're like, "Oh, I got this song. It bops, it goes, it grooves. Let me just throw it out there." They don't even know staging when they do these live stream shows, Lori.
That's right. And they're just walking, which, unfortunately, if that's what you like to do, then okay, there's no judgment. But the option to that is understanding the process, so that when you drop your record, you can actually create an experience for your fan base. And
Yeah.
this is what produces icons. This is what produces people that can sell out arenas or do big 500,000, you know, shows, 100,000 arenas. It's because they went through a process to sustain the experience. Your show should reflect your music live. And these are the shoulders we stand on. These are the great artists that had taken the time to enjoy their process so that they could create an experience for their music. And when you create an experience, then you're unstoppable. People will connect to your why, to the fact that you stayed in your yes. How does that artist make me feel? How did that show make me feel? That's what I'm investing in. Yeah, you can post an Instagram, drop a record, but it has a very short lifespan when
Mm.
there's no intention behind it, when there's no feeling behind it, when there's no why should I go back, click and watch your video again? Why should I go back and download this record again? Why should I tell my friends to buy this record? If you haven't created an experience for me to be emotionally connected to.
That is so true. It has to be an experience with everything, anything that we do, whether it's from a book to music to movies to a podcast to anything. You got to give people experience, something where they can take away and say, you know what? That's amazing. I love what Laurieann did. I love what David did. I love what Puff did. I love what this person did and this person did, because they gave me an experience. They gave me something that I can always look forward to when I invest in this, because it makes me happy and it makes me feel good.
That's right. And that's the gift of entertainment. And that's the gift of the entrepreneurial spirit when you create a business, whether it's a sandwich shop or a burger stand. I love the burger. I love the experience. I want to go back and eat there every day. So, again, this is what is connected to your dream. And step one, dare to dream. And it's risky. And that's why I use the word dare, because I want you to know I understand that it feels crazy when you go, Laurieann, my dream feels bigger than my reality. Yes, I believe if I can speak to your dream, I can speak to your circumstance. And when you hang on to the feeling of that dream, it's going to get you to where you envision yourself to be.
Absolutely. And
Mm.
I've got to ask you, what is your thoughts on the R&B and the hip hop culture now today, and some of these great artists that are doing the amazing things, not the ones that are sounding a little crazy, but the ones that are really making a name for themselves, like SZA, like her, um, Daniel Caesar, all of those amazing guys and girls.
I'm so excited. And the only thing I want to encourage them again is dance their dance. There's still another level to R&B music that we're missing out. And I think we're about to go into a season where we recognize that we need to develop our artists more. We need to give them a moment to become the record, to understand how to be the experience. It's separate than your personal life. So I think there is a conversation that's necessary and that's happening where a lot of artists that are out right now and are doing well still aren't performing as well as they need to. It is another level to your artistry that will allow you to sustain albums to come.
Yeah.
And I think I'm excited about the generation of artists that are coming behind them. And I'm working with a lot, and you're
Yes,
one of
you
them
are.
because they are in search of a bigger impact. The industry has a lot of noise, it's a lot of options.
Hmm.
Now we're faced with how do you stand out? And that is about dancing your dance and staying in your yes and training to sustain the ability to stand out amongst so many with the experience that you will create.
That's right. And there's a lot of yesigans too.
Falling.
I need them to get out of my way.
The Yesigans, stay away from the Yesigans. Uh, they will tell you yes when they know they should tell you no, but they just tell you yes because they want to ride your coattails. And they know when you say, oh, I want to like set myself on fire for shock value. The Yesigans will be like, yes, it's a great idea. And you're like, really? You're about
Like,
to.
I actually think that's gonna work. Amazing. Well, Laurieann, listen, I always love speaking with you. Congratulations on everything that you've been doing. Like, I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait for us to see each other in person when this crazy nonsense is all over.
I look forward to it. Stay in your yes. You're killing it. You're slaying it. All the dragons, all the dream killers. Most importantly, stay in your yes. Dance your dance because I see big things. I know they're coming. I think that your perseverance will ultimately provide you with the platform to do what you love to do as you're doing it now. So just continue to dance your dance. Thank you for checking in with Mother and helping me promote my book.
Always. And I've gotta ask you this question before we go.
Okay.
When you think about the amazing woman that you are through personal to your professional career, what would you would say exemplified you as a woman?
I think my heart. I lead with my heart. I lead with my passion, and uh, and I'll go to battle for that any day.
That's a good one. Because you have an amazing heart and you've always had that.
Thank you.
Of course.
I want to make the world dance, honey.
And you are.
Okay.
And I still remember the first time when we met and you were like, "Oh my goodness, you're so handsome in person." And I think about that so many different times randomly in life when I just need that boost of energy. Because it took me a long time to really live my true dance. But I would say, Lori, it's because of you and that encouragement that I remember you saying to me.
You're gonna make me cry because that's why I wrote that book, this book. And that's how my gift works. And I'm so glad that we connected so that you could be a testament of what I do and why I do it. But that's why I wrote the book because I wanted to be able to not just touch people through my artist, but touch people directly. So thank you.